Hello. Do, 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 do. Charger. I have no doubt. See, make sure we're liking the live. If you are opposition, meaning that you have an issue with trans men, please come up. I do want to talk about this, specifically trans men, not trans women, trans men. Reason why I bring this up is because this can even apply to people within the LGBTQ plus community, because I'm tired of seeing the trans masculine hate. What's your age for TOS?
Oh, I'm 15, about to be 16 in a week.
You got to be 18 or older to be on the panel. What's your age for TOS?
June 3rd, 2006.
You should not have had to hesitate for that. Because I can name my birthday like that. Especially the year.
I'm here just to help you with the comments and.
I know.
Yep.
Where is... I'm trying to find this. And then I'm gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this.
May I bring up Luna?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Under review, fuck y'all. Stupid app.
I have my box. I was happy. My corner.
I just came down here. I'm normally the second to the top, but I came down here today just because, well, I'm just here as mod. It's not like a Chill Live or Lily's Live where I want my box. I'm okay with it right now.
So the person requesting, I'm not letting you up because you already came up and you did not give your age in a way that was appropriate because you sat there and you hesitated. That tells me you're not the age that you're claiming to be. And Christine, no, it did not. I did not see the question.
Oh, excuse me.
So, don't request again or you will be blocked out of the space. Just saying. I'm only taking those that are 18 years or older. It's both my rules and TikTok's rules.
Yep. And you have someone in the requests, by the way.
Alright, let's see. What's your age for TOS?
18.
Alright. What's your issue with trans men?
It's you fucking bag.
Do you really think you're cute when you do that? And yes, I am an F slur. Thank you.
I love you,
Rogan,
Rogan.
if I may, you are very handsome as my brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So get an F1 in the chat, please, for the slur. Thank you. And for those that wonder, when you type F1 for some reason, it helps protect the live. So thank you very much.
Kodai, I agree. You really can't trust these kids because they be... Make sure we're tapping that screen. Keep it going. Keep it going. That helps bring out the live to the FYP. I do want to have conversations because I do want to get to the root of the problem, especially within our own community. Because I have noticed a lot more trans hate towards trans men as of recently, and it is honestly getting on my nerves. That's not talked about enough. I did make videos over this recently, because I'm honestly tired of it. I am tired of seeing all the BS. Because there has been a lot of hate towards trans men recently, especially like the demeaning behavior needs to stop. Like
My theory is they
honestly,
don't like change.
like my thing is, I'm so tired of people, especially ones that will one moment, and I've experienced this a lot lately in the past year. Especially the more that I pass. Ugh, I hate using that word, but the more I pass and have that privilege, the more I've noticed that people treat me differently in terms of within the queer community. I have literally been told by LGBTQ plus members that I should be grateful that I'm a trans man. It's disgusting, really. Hey, Chaos.
Oh, 19 he, they. Just go ahead and get it out of the way.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just again trying to get conversations going because it's something that honestly needs to be talked about more because I don't see it talked about enough. And the only ones who bring it up are trans men. Nobody really wants to talk about the injustice that happens against trans men. Dakota, I'd say that honestly, it depends on who you ask because there are people who have more issues with trans men than trans women. I have encountered that before. Especially within the community, there are plenty of people who will support trans women and be all for, supporting them and everything. But the second it comes down to a trans man, they're not for it. They're not supportive. They're not helpful. They don't, and it's a discussion that needs to be had.
Yeah, like to me that makes no sense. And yes, I understand that I'm not trans, but I don't get why one is okay and not the other. Why they look at one and not the other in the same regard.
Yeah, and again, it happens on both sides where there are people who are okay with trans men but not trans women. So it happens on both sides, but the only one that ever gets talked about is trans women. And while I understand that they deserve to be talked about as well, their issues, the things that happen to them, they deserve that awareness, but trans men do too. We deserve that awareness.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And Rogan, I hope with what I said, it wasn't making you think like,
Oh, you're
anything.
good.
Okay. You know how my brain works.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm tired of seeing the trans man hate. And again, it's tiring that we only hear about trans women, what they go through. Hey-oh.
Hey bro, what's up? He him. You already know me, 22. I'm glad you made this live because it's definitely not talked about, and I can give you like 3 examples where I'm talking about because I just moved from the DMV. When you think of resources for the trans community, the first resource is for trans women, to the point where I have brothers that are coming from different states starting their own programs for trans men because I mean I understand, you know what I'm saying, like it's not really thought of.
We really are in the background, and it's often I especially hate that I get comments of you should be grateful you're not as in the limelight as trans women. I'm like, to an extent I am because I understand that they get the brunt of it. However, the fact that we're not in the limelight also means that a lot of our issues get ignored. A lot of the unalivings that happen to our trans brothers gets ignored. Like I've seen a lot more. And again, I'm glad that there's awareness for the amount of trans women that are being unalived and everything. That does need awareness. But what about the trans men who are also unalived and being
And
unalived currently?
that's what I'm saying. There was just a trans man unalived in Philly, like maybe like a month or two ago. There was no thing spoke about it. Like even last year when I found out one of my brothers had passed away, it was just off the fact of I was in a Facebook group and it was posted.
Like it's one of
Like
those things. Yeah, like I still I'll still see stories about again trans women that have been unalived, and again I'm never going to say that we shouldn't talk about them because they deserve to be talked about. But again, how many I've only seen 2 trans men talk about what happened to Chevy Hill. 2.
right.
I'm not seeing him talked about enough.
I'm gonna say I know that I've had him on my page, and I know that Bear had it on his page too. But like,
Yeah.
it's not even just off of the fact of that; it's the fact of yes, I understand we're both trans, but you cannot discredit a trans man's transition or the way they're walking life that we have to go through too, because it's a lot of things that are really like not taken seriously. Off of the fact of one thing being abortions.
Yeah, because we're often ignored in the, like you said, in the abortion topics. We're ignored in the trans topics. We're also ignored when it comes to our own safety and the rape threats we tend to get. Like, I
Rogan,
don't know about you, but I
if
get
I may
them.
interrupt,
What's up?
Nia, this is not the time or space for that. Get out.
Yep, not the time, not the space. You need to leave.
Nia, you
You are
sat
not
there and you
welcome here.
I'm sorry. Nia, you sat there and justified me getting rape threats. So I'm not going to talk to you. I say you should get out of my space before I remove you. You sat there and you called a video that I did about mental health. Mental health? Honey, I've got the video. I can show it.
Again, Nia, not the time, not the place.
But anyways, going back to the discussion, because I don't want to dive into that. If Nia comments again, just remove her mods. Got that.
Heard and understood.
But like in so many different discussions, trans men to get forgotten, and again, that's a lot of my issue. Is we're either forgotten or we're demeaned, and we're told to basically suck it up, and we get a lot of these toxic masculinity stereotypes pushed upon us, like the whole "if you're gonna be a man, be a man." And I'm like, and then you wonder why trans men turn out to be as toxic as they are when you're perpetuating and encouraging this behavior of them, and then you're surprised when it happens. What's up, Chaos? You can butt in whenever. If I'm
Not even off of the fact of that, like that's the main one. Oh, to man up, and then I was seeing another one when it's a trans man, which is prominently a lot of trans men that date men. It's a why'd you even transition if you gonna just date a boy?
Yeah, and real quick, I'm sorry, Chaos. I know I said you could go, but real quick, Vogue, if you got an issue with what the fuck I'm saying, if you got an issue with what's on my panel and what's going on, then you can leave. I don't know why you're here then if you're going to make complaints. Block me then. Because I will happily block you out of my space if you're just going to make shit difficult.
And I can name I'm just not gonna say their names because they're very close to me, but they're a trans man couple, and like people always say, like, what was the point? That was like, and
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it really is. What were you wanting to say, Chaos? And then I've got people who want to come up and talk, so we'll see what they want afterwards.
Oh no, it's so Reagan, you know that I'm sorry, sciences. You know I am a system, and I have a two more mask alters, and when they front, you know, we're unfortunately in a very femme presenting body. That's why you'll when you hear us talk, we will address ourselves as trans, mask, non-binary, because we do that out of respect for our male alters.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of times that we've seen, even in spaces that claim to be trans inclusive, the amount of shit we hear from just, well, you're not masculine enough. Even when it is one of our male alters fronting, it's so, it makes me feel so disappointed within the 2S LGBTQ plus community as a whole, because we claim to be inclusive and we claim to be safe spaces for each other, but how true are those claims when we treat others like this, especially within our own community?
Exactly. Let me let this person up and see what they're wanting. What's your age for TOS first?
Faggot. Faggot, faggot, faggot. Fuck you.
That was a waste of my fucking time.
Mia, you were told to leave, so goodbye. You're now being removed.
But I feel that Kai, that there's so much infighting, and I honestly thought it'd be safe. But yeah, and F1 in the chat, please, everybody, protect the live. Honestly, it didn't hurt my feelings because honestly, I get called that more times than I can count, and this is my response every single time. You're an F slur. Yes, and I'm a cute one.
It's an in joke within my own system. Like there's 9 of us up in here, and we call each other that all the time.
I just don't get why people are that wanting to be that ignorant. No, ignorant is not the word. My brain's not working right now.
That's fair. We've got somebody wanting to come up. Let's hope this goes good.
Okay.
Let's see. Age for TOS.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What is your age for TOS?
What's up?
What is your age for TOS?
For TOS, what does that mean?
Terms of service. What is your age? Give it to me now or you're going to be dropped.
Okay, relax. I'm 18.
See, was that so hard?
Well, I didn't know what you were saying because you were speaking super fast.
Now,
I am partially deaf.
Hey, I'm sorry that you're deaf.
I am partially deaf,
hey,
and I speak just as fast as Rogan does sometimes, and I understood him perfectly. I'm not even wearing... Well, I don't have my hearing aids with me right now, and I should be wearing them, but I heard Rogan just fine.
But anyways, what is your issue with the background?
You're muted.
Jake, what's your issue with trans men?
Oh, okay, yo, sorry, I'm muted. I was muted, my bad. Okay, listen. For chaos only, I have a buddy who has what's it called, hearing aids and shit, and sometimes like he needs to have stuff.
Jake,
listen,
answer
my
the
question.
Hey, Rachel, I'm not talking to
Answer
you.
the host. Do not argue with me.
Yeah, don't test me or my mods.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir.
Last I checked, I was a sir.
What if I identify as a woman? You can't.
Hi.
I'm not gonna waste my time. If you can't listen to instructions, you're just gonna be...
Sorry, I
Give you a
yelled.
warning. That's all that needs to be known. I gave you the warning.
Sorry, I yelled.
No, you're good. Anyways, back to the discussion.
I just don't understand how hard it is for people just to follow the rules. Listen, you asked a question and he just like completely ignored you. No, Jake, you decided that you were going to disrespect one of the mods.
Oh, he's blocked. I'm not.
Oh, okay. You're
I
not
don't
going
play this game.
Okay. This is
But
why I love to
anyways.
say Rogan.
We love Rogan for that specific reason.
Also, I'm adorable. But anyways, back to the discussion.
Yes, you are.
No, a lot of my issue is like... I hate that I also get it from trans women. I've noticed that a lot lately too. Is there are trans women who will demean me as a trans man? Like, I don't know if anybody else has gotten that.
Yeah.
But like, certain trans women tend to seem to think that they're better than everybody else. I don't know if that's just person to person, or if that's like some trans women are just like that, but that's been my experience sometimes. And again, this is not to try and demean trans women. This is typically case-to-case basis, because I try not to use monoliths for anybody or any demographic, because not every trans man is the same. I can name several trans men that are toxic as fuck. Plenty of us are, especially when it comes to toxic masculinity. But at the same time, this is becoming such an issue with the hate towards trans men and the demeaning towards trans men that isn't being talked about enough. Because again, everybody wants to talk about trans women, what they go through, and again, I'm encouraging that still. But what about trans men?
I think that I get discredited a lot by other trans men, and that's off the fact that I'm T for T, but I only date trans women. And like, just the things that I've been told, things that I've been said. Like, I have DMs where it's, oh, you're not, you couldn't be considered a man if you're getting bent over, or just like things like that. And also the fact of too, yes, I identify as a butch queen. So like, just the fact of I'm not this overly masked dude that people perceive me to be, and it's always been something said.
I've always had like trouble with also when it comes to other trans men who have said because I'm dating a cis man, then I'm basically turning my back against the community. I'm like, make it make sense.
And I think what also needs to be brought up, because I really feel like this is very important, considering that I am T for T, and I've dealt with this in two different relationships. The DV in trans men and trans women relationships, that's not talked about.
A lot of it is not talked about. Like, there's so many issues, and we always want to address the issues that come from people outside of our community, and we never want to address the ones that come from inside. And that's another thing that really needs to be corrected, because I'm like, I understand that we need to address what's going on from others outside of our community. I fully agree with that, because again, we're struggling, we need help. But it also doesn't help if we don't help each other and we stop the infighting and the things that happen within our own community, whether it be trans people as a whole, trans men, trans women, the issues that happen between us going at each other, different things like that, people going against the trans community from being from within the LGBTQ plus as a whole. Um, T for means me. T for T means trans people who date trans people.
Cody in the comments, because that was already his sexuality. Like, y'all, the problem is y'all get gender identity and sexuality mixed up. Somebody can be trans, but they could have already been attracted to men. Like, it'd be the men, it'd be the just like questions like that just like irritate me, because I have so many trans men friends that are gay, and it just be like y'all just say the stupidest things.
For real. And for me, I personally, I am what is called omnisexual. I like everybody, but I have a preference of like who I date. For me, that preference tends to be people who are masculine. Again, I like everybody that's on the spectrum of gender. I really don't care what's in your pants, what you got going on, nothing. But I do have a preference. So I like everybody. So I don't see why people get all upset. They're like, well, you're just straight with extra steps. I'm like, first of all,
That's like the most irritating thing someone could
I
say,
hate getting
because
that comment.
I get that on a daily basis with my girlfriend, and it's just like her friends will say it, and like I'm the type of person, like I let things slide, but I've had like two people that are her friends that had to cuss out, because like, you're not about to keep saying this to me, like what, or the fact that I've been discredited because I'm a trans man that has attempted to carry multiple times, and I've miscarried once, and I'm on my journey now, and then on top of that, I'm a trans father.
I hate the shit that seahorse dads, as they've been dubbed, of course, go through, especially as someone who's friends with seahorse dads. Like, I've got a nephew, and his, one of his dads was the one who carried him. He's a trans man. He's a seahorse dad. And the hate that I see them get sometimes just irritates me, because I'm like, first of all, if it was not for that, my nephew wouldn't be here, and my nephew is the most adorable little shit in the world. Shadow, a seahorse dad, is a trans man who has decided to carry their own children and have children themselves.
And and like I always say, I always have so much respect for other seahorse dads, because like, it's a lot that goes along with it's way more to it when it what meets the eye, but just the fact of like, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of I've had two friends, like, like sometimes it's not as easy as they thought, and they weren't aligned with themselves while they were pregnant, and the things that they do go through, like, it's just disgusting. Or the fact of he's a trans creator on here, my older brother, and they literally lied on his paperwork and said that he had fentanyl in his system to try to take away his son. In the big, mind you, his son was maybe about a month old at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's insane because, like, you literally, the amount of people that lie to, like, social services and things, and they could be like the most, like, outrageous thing, but when they find out that the person is trans and they have a child, like, it's disgusting.
My thing is definitely that I have a mad respect for trans men who do choose and can carry and everything like that, because I could never do it. My gender dysphoria is already bad enough, like, without any type of pregnancy or anything. It's just, I'm about to let them up.
We're gonna have a quick question for you. We do have a minor in the chat. Is that okay, or do you want them to be
Who's the minor?
Shadow? Shadow was 17.
Oh, they're not going to be allowed on the panel, but as long as they're behaving, I'll let them stay in chat. I don't mind.
I just wanted to bring your attention to that.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to let people up since one of them has been waiting for a while. So we'll do this one at a time.
Hi, good evening.
All right, what is your age for TOS purposes?
18.
All right, what's your issue with trans men?
I don't really got one. Just besides the like TikTok geeks here, most of them are annoying and disrespectful. But overall,
then I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to people who have an issue with trans men. Respectfully. If you got a legit issue, then we can talk about it. But going with stereotypes or whatever, I'm not doing that today. Okay. This person was next, I think. What's your age for TOS?
18.
Alright, what's your issue with trans men?
I don't like faggots.
I don't like you either, bitch.
Can we please get an F1 in chat? Oh my god, can people stop being so disrespectful and rude?
Right. What's your age for TOS?
Hello?
What's your age for TOS?
19. 19.
Alright, what's your issue with trans men?
May I ask first who you're voting for?
Nope, you're gonna answer my question or you're gonna get dropped. That's your warning.
Faggot. You're a fucking faggot.
Okay, bitch. Okay, remove them. Okay, next.
Can we get another F1, please?
Yeah.
Hello?
Where's your age for
Hello?
TOS? Where's your age
18.
for TOS?
18.
Alright, what's your issue with trans men?
I hate faggot niggers like you bitches.
And I hate you too, biatch.
What the fuck?
Group, and they all came
Yeah,
in here at the same time.
That they all joined from a shared invite, so that's what that was. So yes, you are right on that one, love.
Yeah.
Okay, I cannot call you that. I'm gonna call you King because saying love, I call that to my husband, and that felt weird. I do apologize. Nope.
But anyways, Igor, I'm not letting you back up. You didn't have any point to make, and I'm not playing these games. Thank you. But anyways. Just like we need to be accepting of everyone, people need to be accepting of themselves. I am accepting of myself. That is why I'm doing my stuff. You know. I'll be right back. Rachel, you're in charge.
Okay.
Why does it matter if he had 3 people up or 5 people up? You worried about the wrong thing.
We don't, if you're gonna not have a genuine conversation, you do not actually have an issue, we're looking for ops and mods only. That is how we run these lives. You don't like it? Oh well. That's how it runs. Shadow, we don't need to talk about that in this live. Thank you. That can actually
Finish my Triceratops.
Yay! That can actually get the host in trouble, so do not talk about that in chat. Thank you. Nobody's lying about themselves. Trans men and trans women are very much who they are.
All right, I is back.
Okay.
Sorry, my dad was asking about food because food's about to be done soon. He making nachos.
Ooh, nachos?
Nachos.
Nachos are good.
I like the nachos. My nachos.
I'm getting Domino's.
I had a sandwich. That's what I had. I wasn't that hungry. I ate though. But hydration check.
No.
Yes.
No. Matt, that is not how this works. And you know it.
So
Stop being disingenuous.
So, Matt, the only transracial it has to do with adoption. So don't even try it. Yes, there's actually a term that the way it works is a transracial adoption.
Okay, Mama Dragon is live, so I'll probably go over there. I kind of wish they didn't do that while I was live, but it's okay. I'll talk to you later.
Over to Mama Dragons?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Mama Dragons. Love
I
y'all.
met you over there.
Stay safe. It was great to have you on the panel, King.
All right, bro.
Y'all take care. Stay safe. See y'all later.